Welcome to online education. Today we will discuss voice part. Dear students, look at the modal auxiliary verb which I have told you. May, might, can, could, shall, should, will, would, must, ought to, used to, have to, has to, had to, am to, is to, are to, was to, were to, going to. These are modal auxiliary verbs. If you find these modal auxiliary verbs in active voice, you have to use be after this modal auxiliary verb, and other rules of changing voice will remain unchanged. Please look at an example with modal auxiliary verb. He is going to open a bank account. In this sentence, going to is a modal auxiliary verb. Going to, modal auxiliary verb. So for changing into passive, I have to use be after modal auxiliary verb going to. My first work is a bank account is the object of this sentence. I have to make it subject, a bank account. A bank account is going to. Going to, now I have to use be. My first work and second work has been done. Now I have to use PP of main verb, open. PP, that means past participle form, opened. Now fourth work, that means I have to use by. My last work, he, it will be object, him. That's okay. I think you have understood. Dear students, in time of recognizing passive voice, generally most of us have a wrong idea. We know passive voice by seeing by, but sometimes passive voice may be possible without by. By is not bindings for changing a sentence active to passive. Besides by, other appropriate prepositions may also come according to verb. Look at the matter. After no, we generally take to, known to, surprised at, shocked at, satisfied with or at. When we will take with, if the subject is person, we have to take with, but with thing, we have to take at. At will be used for thing, with will be used for person. Same thing, please do it, please state. Now look at the examples. I know the girl. In this sentence, the girl is object. So I have to make it subject, the girl. Number 2, step 2, I have to take an auxiliary verb according to tense. Now I have to look what kind of tense is it. I know the girl, present indefinite tense. Know is the present form of main verb, that's why it is present indefinite tense. Now I have to take auxiliary verb am, is or are. The girl, third person singular, that's why I have to take auxiliary verb is, not am or are, is. Now PP, that means past participle form of main verb, has to be used. Know, knew, known. Now I have to take preposition. In this case, if I take by, it will be wrong. So known to will be appropriate preposition. Known to, not by. Now subject will be object. Okay, done. I hope that you have understood the matter. Now, next sentence. Look at the sentence. His failure surprised me. Object me will be subject in the passive voice. Auxiliary verb. As the sentence is past indefinite tense, surprised is the past form of surprise. So it is past indefinite tense. Auxiliary verb will be used was or were. With I have to take was, not were. If the subject is plural, I have to take were. I was. Next, PP, surprise, surprised, surprised. Next, that means fourth step. First step has been done. Second step has been done. Third step has been done. Fourth step, that means I have to take an auxiliary verb. Surprised, with surprised I have to use surprised at. So you have to memorize this appropriate preposition. Not only for your academic exam, after completing your academic exam, if you face any interview or if you face any job examination, you have to face this appropriate preposition. You must know this. Fourth, surprised at will be appropriate preposition here. Last step, his failure is the subject. It will be object, his failure. That's okay. Now go to the next sentence. He pleased us. Pleased. Please is the past participle form of main verb please. So it is past indefinite tense. Us will be subject we. Past indefinite tense. That's why I have to take auxiliary verb was or were. We, plural verb. That's why I have to take were. PP of main verb. Pleased, it is subject and it will be object. Person, the subject is person here. That's why after pleased I have to take preposition with, because if the subject is person or object is person, I have to take with. Pleased with. He will be object form him. His behavior pleased us. It is also past indefinite tense. Us will be subject. Auxiliary verb were. PP pleased. But in this case, I have to use appropriate preposition at, because his behavior, it is not person. It is just thing. That's why at has to be used in this case. You have to take at. His behavior will be object. Now look at the difference between these two sentences. In this sentence he was person, but in this sentence his behavior is not person. That's why I have to take at in this sentence, and in this sentence I have taken with. Understand? I hope that's clear now. Now go to the next step. Now look at the voice change of reflexive pronoun. Now question may rise, what is reflexive pronoun? When self or selves is used with the object form of personal pronoun is called reflexive pronoun, such as myself, himself, herself, yourself, yourselves, themselves. These are reflexive pronouns. If the active voice is with reflexive pronoun, subject and object will not be changed. Subject, object will not be changed. Now look at the fact. Subject he, it will remain unchanged in the passive voice, no change. Past indefinite tense, kill, killed, killed. It is the past form of kill. That's why I have to take auxiliary verb was. PP of main verb, kill, killed, killed, killed. By, object himself will remain unchanged. That means it is more easy. I hope that's clear now. Now, my dear students, if you take my class seriously and attentively, you will be able to transfer or change a sentence from active to passive. We have some more rules for changing a sentence active to passive. We have to know how to change a complex sentence from active to passive, how to change interrogative sentence from active to passive. We have to know how to change imperative sentence from active to passive. In our next class, we will see these facts. No more today, more when we meet again in our next class. Thank you again for staying with me so long.